Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to CJ's Card Corner. Today, I want to talk specifically about Prismatic Evolutions. What a surprise. I know we've been talking a lot about Ascendant Heroes lately, and I wanted to look back and talk a little bit about Prismatic. Prismatic is still a great set. That hasn't changed. My mind on Prismatic has not changed. It's still an awesome investment from every standpoint. The SBCs are being reprinted like crazy in Canada, and there's supposedly another drop with Costco or Sam's Club. I can't remember which one. So we're going to see more Prismatic SBCs hit the market, and the price I don't think is going to drop at all. The good news for those collectors out there, I think the singles prices are going to drop a little bit. They should fluctuate enough that the market should see small drops and small corrections in price. And I truly believe that over the next 6 months, Prismatic is going to see a nice little plateau for singles where you can get the ones you want at the current market price or even a little bit better. Complete your master sets, grade the cards or the copies that you want. So if you want to buy a whole bunch of them in bulk and have them graded, now is probably one of the best times before we hit the boom. Starting in 2027 and maybe sooner before the new year, we are going to see a massive Prismatic spike because it's going to be nearing that out of print line. And when those things happen, Prismatic is insane. It's an awesome set. We've talked about this 1,000 times, and Prismatic is going to skyrocket in price. I know that with all the reprints and the craziness that is Prismatic reprints, because you couldn't stop seeing reprints. They kept saying Costco's got it, and now Sam's Club is doing a bundle, and now you can get them at GameStop or whatever. There were reprints at literally every retail location out there, and it was being printed to the moon, and there still was not enough for everybody. I could not get enough. I still want more. I'm not buying much because I'm focusing on Ascended Heroes, but Prismatic is still crazy. I cannot tell you enough to get this product in your hands and on your investment shelves as soon as possible. When 2027 starts, and maybe sooner, I might be wrong, but maybe sooner than 2027, we may see Prismatic start to rise super fast. When people realize that product is going to start dwindling, that booster bundles are going to be even more expensive, the price is going to go up. And it's already shown us what that looks like when we haven't had reprints for a few months. It's when we go 6 months without a reprint, starting probably June 1st, and we won't have any more Prismatic reprints because they're going to be super focused on Chaos Rising, Ascended Heroes, and all of these upcoming sets. Not to mention, we're going to see reprints like crazy for 30th anniversary after that comes out, and I think they're going to massively produce 30th anniversary. The Mega Darkrai that's coming out later this year, there's going to be some printing happening by the Pokemon Company, and I know they have the new print facility and everybody wants to talk about that. This set is done being printed. They are not going to make any more. This stuff that's coming out now has been printed for a while, and it's just being released and sent to retail stores now. The ones that are hitting the market right now are, I think, might be the last of it. And anything we get after this is going to be these kind of small, minuscule amounts of product. And I think this one actually is relatively small. It's not like this massive release at every Sam's Club across the country like a lot of those bundles were. And there's going to be less product on the shelves. Prismatic is already hard to get your hands on. It's already super expensive. The Pokemon Center ETBs are, I think they're over nearing $500. I'll throw those up here when I get the prices. And the regular ETBs are over $200 now. We're going to see less product available on TCG Player, less product available on the market as a whole, and Prismatic is going to be a hot commodity on the secondary market. Anybody who hasn't invested in it is going to want to, and as people realize that the price is starting to go up, you're going to see a massive buy-off because it's so investable. Prismatic is one of the most investable sets we've seen in a really long time, along with Ascended Heroes, and right now they're printing Ascended Heroes. It's available. Not as much as I would like, but it's available. And the prices are still astronomical. Prismatic is going to be really similar. The sealed market on Prismatic is incredibly hard to find. other than what's on the secondary market. You're not seeing them at retail stores. They're not on the shelves. They're not available all that often from scalpers. What I'm seeing on the market right now in my local area is the only time I can get Prismatic is if I'm willing to trade something. A lot of people are looking to buy Ascended Heroes or trade Ascended Heroes for Prismatic. They're looking to trade 150, get 151 for Prismatic. And that's the only way they're able to move their Prismatic products because the price is really high and they're hard to come by. And people don't want to trade one good investment for some other investment that might not be as good. And unless they're ripping a product, which if they bought Prismatic, they're probably going to rip it if they're rippers. When this new correction happens, if there is one at all, you're going to want to get it right now because I really truly think this is the last of it. I don't think we're going to see any more Prismatic hit the shelves after this, and I think that you want to get your hands on what you can right now because this could be the end. This could be your last chance to get Prismatic, and I recommend, getting your hands on it while you can. Let's talk real quick about the best buys in regards to Prismatic. If you're buying sealed right now on the secondary market or making a trade for it within your local area to get more Prismatic in your investment portfolio, the best product to buy for Prismatic in general is still Prismatic Evolutions Pokemon Center ETBs. It's the best long-term hold of any of the Prismatic products, and in my opinion, it's still a really great buy under $500, and I just don't think you can go wrong with it. It'll be $1,000 just like 151 in a year or two or less, and it's popular, it's easy to sell. People still want them for their investment and for their collector when they put them on their wall. It's something that if you're going to buy a product and you have the cash, the Pokemon Center ETBs are the best buy. Secondly, the SPCs are my favorite. I don't have nearly enough of them. I think the SPCs are the best buy beyond the Pokemon Center ETBs because you get some really nice promos, you get tons of packs, the price is pretty good for what you get in them, and I'll throw that price up here. There is a value in those boxes, and there is more packs than you get in a standard ETB. They're relatively easy to sell in your local areas versus selling them online because they're big and bulky to ship. But selling them locally, people love them for ripping. And the price, even if it goes up, they tend to move pretty easily, just like the 151 UPCs. And if you use the 151 UPC as a model, the Prismatic SPCs are going to look at about 100% gain in less than 2 years. That's what happened with the 151 UPCs. And realistically, I think that those are still underpriced, which sounds crazy, but the price is going to go up on all of these. And it's an easy buy, an easy sell, and they're really sought after, and they're fun to rip, so you're going to see less and less of those on the market as more and more people rip them and open those promos to try to grade them. So that's one that I would buy as your second best. For third best, I love the booster bundles more than the regular ETBs because the booster bundles, you get those 6 packs at a lesser price, and they're really easy to store, so you could buy a case of those things and store them on your shelf, or you can buy individual ones, and they're really easy to store in boxes and keep them protected in bins. So if I'm buying, the next thing I'm buying is the booster bundles because I like the way they're easy to store and they're small and they're super easy to ship. And lastly, the standard ETBs are always a great buy. You get that great promo in there, and they'll hold their value really well. As you can already see within the last 6 months, you've already gained 50% on any Prismatic you bought 6 months ago, and the ETBs are going to continue to rise as they become less and less available to the secondary market. And I would definitely say if you're looking to buy, you can't go wrong with any of these products. All of them are great. It's just these are how I rank them myself because they're the way I prefer to buy them. The Pokemon Center ETBs are always my best buy. They're always my favorite, and they tend to hold their value the best because of that stamped promo. But you can't go wrong with any of these products. If you're looking to just buy a little bit here and there, buy one booster bundle a month. I think they're $65 to $75. You can get one per month, kind of add to your investment portfolio without breaking the bank. And I think that the value is going to be there long term because, again, they're easy to ship, they're easy to rip, and people will be more likely to buy those than a lot of the other stuff on the market because there's less tampering in general, and you're looking at again, a smaller product to ship, so they're easy to deal with. I hope today I was able to help you learn a little bit about Prismatic. I hope I threw up some numbers throughout the video. Hopefully that was helpful to you. I'd love to hear from you. Are you still buying Prismatic, or are you done? Do you have enough? Comment down below. Tell me all about your Prismatic ways. And then I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. I'm trying to make some more of these investment videos, just kind of popping them out when I can. And I hope you enjoyed the video today. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Have a great day.